Hello magicians, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Edition. I'm your host to the universe, Christopher Witecki. Welcome back and happy birthday. This week's free horoscope is sponsored by the Guardian Agency. I have a new feature coming out called Psychic Witexting. This is where I send you a Witext at a moment when I believe that you will be very open to psychic suggestion and being able to access your own information. So I will throw a question at you, a question that you should just write down the first answer to or remember it. And hopefully it's going to guide you into some understanding of a part of yourself. Should be a lot of fun. Also, come on down to soulgarden.me. We got a whole Facebook for other than a Facebook. You're Facebook away from Facebook is what I'm saying this week. We've got our Zodiac Director, Chris One Feather, and we're looking for a Pisces writer. So if you are a writer that wants to express yourself and share with your fellow fishies, look up Master One Feather. He's actually one of the practitioners also that shows up for office hours. So if you want advice from a Pisces that understands, check out One Feather. Now, what are the Pisces working on? It is your birthday period. That means you are updating your ego state of awareness. The part of you that acts, the part of you that is defensive when necessary, the part of you that goes up and takes action or takes risk or goes and tells the girl you find her cute or the guy you find him cute. It is that part of you that, that defines you in a lot of ways. And of course, the earth is very egotistical, so you have to have an operating one that works for you. Right? As we start off this week, we're in Chapter 2 of Sun in Pisces, and we're going to move into Chapter 3. In the arc of the week, you're going to put the finishing touches on where you think your ego needs to go, what you need to let go of. And on Monday, Venus rules the day. So if you've accidentally stepped on someone in this ego development period, maybe in the holy shift we had on the weekend, Monday's a day to apologize, to make amends, to cool things off. If you were humiliated or something, egg on your face kind of situation, the opposite direction of that, well, Monday you can heal, Monday you can feel good, that sort of thing. Emotional state, well, here's this kind of interesting too. Mercury conjuncting Uranus on Monday is going to be some sort of an epiphany because they hit direct at 3 degrees. And so I think Pisces are going to come to a certain discovery, the best word for it, of where it is exactly you feel you belong with value. Now, in other words, what you deserve, what your prices should be, or maybe it will be an idea as to what's draining you resource-wise or what's draining you with confidence. But it's a pretty big epiphany because, you know, Uranus has not been 3 degrees yet. It's the first time Mercury's crossed it. So I think it's going to be definitely an interesting shift, to say the least. Okay? Now, you are kind of hyper aware on Monday, and your body is taking a hit if you haven't been good to it, just so you know. Moving on to Tuesday, it's a Neptune day, so you are feeling it. It's almost like a birthday day for you. You should be really feeling good. Your intuition's working. The synergy energy is pumping through your veins, which is what Pisces do. The moon is still making you hyper aware at the moment, but hopefully that turns into dynamic magic for you, and it's not a drain on your resources. Notice I bring up the soul pyramid in Earth. This is not gone. In fact, last weekend's holy shift was really Uranus within a soul pyramid. The soul pyramid itself hits its holy shift next week on March 14th. So it's going to be very interesting. Venus is on approach to Jupiter. This is going to be a major new direction in thinking, a major new shift in paradigm in your thinking that will change the way your relationships are and change the way you are in public by the other points of the pyramid. So this is starting to cook up on Tuesday. Like I said, we do have office hours on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Pacific time. That's where you might catch Christopher One Feather or myself or any one of our Soul Mart practitioners. All you need is a webcam and a microphone, and you can ask us a question on camera, and we'll answer you for free to help you out. It's our little service to humankind, or one of them. Anyways, we got lots of them. Then on Wednesday, it's really the apex of the week. That's because we have a full moon in Virgo. This is where emotions get super intense, right? It will play out for you, Pisces, in long-term relationships. So something dealing with a long-term relationship. You may not be right. You might want to take a huge position with your LTR or something, but you may not be right. That's because Mars is retrograde, which means you're going to go back on your word or back on a promise or back on a vow or back on something that you thought was going to be it. You're going to go back, Mars retrograde. You're not done figuring out that part of your life completely. It's a part of the soul pyramid, so the whole damn pyramid lights up your attitude and over here your approach to society at large. So it's a big full moon. Of course, what it is, you know, your ego versus relationships. And in some cases, your ego needs to let go. In some cases, you need to change in relationships. It's a balancing act. Each Pisces, it's different. We'll send out a lot of text for those watched over in NGA. On Thursday, whatever it is, we act right away. Mars rules the day, so it's time to put that new ego into action, okay? You're still relationship sensitive. The moon is still full. It's going down, but it's still full. So there could still be some issues on the fault line there with the full moon energy. But Thursday is overall a day of acting on what your decision is putting into motion. Could be some anxiety if you don't act. So if you sit there in that Pisces, put it off, procrastinate way, that will not work for you, I'm telling you, on Thursday. What will work for you is our second day of office hours, which is on Thursday. So just to drill in, it's Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Pacific. Then on Friday things actually shift gears in a lot of ways. That's because the moon is going to shift into Libra, and that's also because we are holding space. There's no ruling planet. It's a day of Taurus-ruled energy or Earth-ruled energy. So basically, you're kind of putting the final touches on your new ego beta, and you're kind of making it real. Making it real and moving it forward is what it's about. Emotions shift to more sensitivity than before. Your emotions will be picking up on trust and boundary and intimacy issues now until Sunday. So emotions may be a little kind of weary. You might have to work out, make sure doors are locked, make sure trust is in place to feel solid on this particular day on Friday. Also on Friday, don't forget, Soul Garden Live, SG Live. This is where we come on live with our webcam radio. Right now we're talking about developing psychic awareness and Neptune now in your sign and how the last time was 1860s and talking about Edgar Cayce. Good fun stuff. If you want to develop your psychic self, come on down. If you can't make it during our prime time, don't worry. We do record it. It's waiting there for you. Then to the weekend, Batman. Well, the weekend really has one little moment that goes on my radar, and that might be when the moon crosses Saturn. When the moon crosses Saturn, you might be thrown into a fear trap or a worry or a concern around boundaries, and issues. Strangely enough, it is opposing the Jupiter-Venus conjunction. So although it's about boundaries at 28 degrees Libra, it triggers potential mind games. Might be the setup for that change in thinking. This might be a little momentary freak out on Saturday that starts the countdown to the holy shift in the Grand Trine. So quite possible there. Otherwise, it's going to be a pretty decent weekend. Sunday is a very spiritual day, strangely enough. It will be a holy day for you. Emotions will be more about spirituality and faith and learning and wrapping up the week, but not so sensitive, which is nice. Jupiter rules the day, so you'll probably want to be out. You want to roam, you want to talk to people, interact, because it is your birthday month after all. By the way, if you bought an Act 1 video, you might want to roll to the end of that video, because I do get pretty deep. I remember in Act 1 videos about the holy shift on March 14th, so go do a little research before next week and things really change. All right, Pisces, that's all I have for now. Happy birthday to you, and I'll see you in 7 days. Until then, live, love, be.